Hi guys, welcome. This is the starting gate for the Mt Pinang race. We just built it. As you see here, it's not very high, but it's quite convenient. And yeah, I'm gonna take you through all the way to the bottom, what the track's gonna be and what are the obstacles. As you see, after the start, you got around about 50 meters to sprint, and then at the end of 50 meters, you will see the big rock drop. This is the rock drop. Now you see it from the other side. As you see, it's just a little bit higher than me, so it's just about 2 meters, less than 2 meters. And the gap, you're probably looking at about 3 meters away. So it's perfectly fun and safe. But as I said, you still have the chicken way if you need it. Okay, after the berm, you got this little pedaling section, slightly off cambers to the left. And at the end of this, you got some roots coming up, and there are lines that you can choose. You can go close to the left or to the right, or you just hit the middle one. This is the section after the previous one where you actually starting to descend a bit steeper. Here you see some small roots, rock drops, few lines you can hit here. You can actually go around the rocks, or you can just go straight in the middle and hit these two rocks and go straight to the next corner. You got a hard left, which is almost like a flat turn, and some route is waiting for you. From the other side, you can see the rocks that I was talking about. And yeah, there are a few lines that you can choose, but you know, it's not much line that you can choose to go a bit faster. After the flat turn at the top, you got this little section where it gets a bit steeper. It'll end with the switchback. It's quite fun actually. This is the switchback before we hit the crossing road section. After the switchback, you got the left turn before the road crossing. As you see here, there are a few lines that you can hit. You can go outside or you can go inside, but it's a bit hard to go in the middle because you lose a lot of speed. Down here, this is the new road crossing that we built. It's perfectly safe, been tested, and a lot more fun than the previous one we have. Okay, this is the section after the road crossing. As you see, there are a few lines that you can hit too. You can go either on the inside, on the left, or on the right. If you go in the middle, it's going to be a bit trouble because it's a bit steeper and then there's rocks afterwards. After that, you got small drop and into a left turn. You can't really see it here, but there's a lot of rocks underneath, so I think you have to be really careful with the line that you choose, otherwise you can go offline very easy. Okay, after that long berm, you get into this small section of rock gardens. You can't really see it, but there's a lot of rocks and some big roots coming up. Usually people just hit it straight in the middle and then probably jump the roots on the other side. And after this section, you go into an off-camber section, one of the fastest section in this track. After that little hump up the top, this is the small gap jump, I think, into a tight corner. After this one has a chicken way, but you gotta go really slow to hit it. But you can just go at moderate speed and clear this and just be ready for the next corner. A lot of people that hasn't walked the track usually crash here because they didn't really know what's in front, because they think it's only just a small drop. So yeah, I gotta warn you that this is quite big and it's quite deep. Gap, you hit that right corner, and then this is the first technical and a tight section in this track. As you see up the top before, there's a small like little humps, and then the elite used to be just bunny hop the lot and then clear the whole thing, and then comes into this with hardly braking, and then you hit the first tight left corner and then into right where you got it by big rocks. I don't know if you can see it on the camera how tight the corner is. You gotta go really slow on this section and try to miss that rock over there, because I know Ahmad hit it when we shot the first video and got thrown away pretty far. After this, it becomes into a single track. You see there's two little humps that guarded this big berm here. This is actually where I crashed and broke my collarbone, so if you're not careful with your speed, you can go straight into that tree or the second tree. This berm is quite tricky because it's going uphill slightly. And up the top, this is the first pedaling section. Usually the riders just hit this at full speed. Well, not me anymore because I broke my collarbone there. And not using any brakes. And you gotta shift before you hit this berm, so you got enough power to pedal up on this section. After that pedaling section, you come down into the single track, and then you got into this little S's, this double S's actually. You go left, right, and then another tight left, and then you go right again. But as soon as you hit this section, there's two lines. You can go on the outside, and then you have to go tighter to the right, or you can actually hit the inside to set up better entry for the next corner. But in the middle, you gotta pick rocks waiting for you. And usually I got my pedal caught here a few times. Come and see this one. This corner gets tighter, and then afterwards you got a few little humps where you can pump before you hit the big jumps at the end. Usually people take the outside line, so you can set up a lot easier to get to the next line. After that double S section, you hit this jump, and then into a left corner, and then another into a double drop. We built this a bit higher, we make it a bit higher, so you can actually land on the receiver on the other side, to make it a lot safer than landing on the flat. Okay, after that jump you hit that left turn, and then usually we hit this double drop by pre-jumping it or manually down it, so you can actually brake hard for the next corner. That's for you that's not comfortable with pre-jumping it or manualing it. You can actually just roll the drop. It's quite safe, and I don't think the time is that much different. Okay, after that double drops, you hit this big berm that we just fixed. It's a quite tight right berm, and then into the second pedaling section. It's not far, but it's a single track and it's slightly uphill, probably about 50 meters. And to set up for this berm, you have to brake after you land the drop, otherwise you probably miss it and just go straight to the bushes.